Good evening, this is Teoh, and welcome to Spare to Skip. If you're one of the people that turned up your nose at the kids obsessed with mindless pop punk, but still wanted to get in on the guilt-free summer sound, you probably might have heard of British indie rock band Two Door Cinema Club. Having made their debut in 2010, it can be argued that they paved the way for the synth-influenced indie rock sound of the mainstream that can be heard in bands such as Bastille and the 1975, or on this side of the pond, Walk the Moon and Neon Trees. For me, Two Door Cinema Club has always been a standout and a personal favorite due to the marvelous crisp production and the unrestrained tones of guitarist Sam Halliday, who often sounds like the happiest guitarist in the world. GameShow comes more than 4 years after their last LP, and after what has been a bit of an existential crisis for the band after years of touring on the road. With members of the band scattering to London, LA, and even Portland for 18 months, it's no surprise that their third effort presents a bit of a sonic departure for the band. In GameShow, Two Door infuses most of the tracks on the album with a strong disco dance feel straight out from the 80s. The synths are bigger and more numerous, the beats are stronger, and singer Alex Trimble busts out his falsetto with alarming regularity. For the uninitiated, this would be like Avril Lavigne releasing a classic rock album or Maroon 5 releasing a jazz album. While previous Two Door records are characterized by their breezy up-tempo beats, GameShow chugs along in pulses rather than thrills. The result is something that's nice and confusing, but not very compelling, although there are a few exceptions. While it can be argued that the album's good pop, hearkening to a previous era and different from your standard fare on the airwaves, I can't help but feel that Europop vibes are not what most of their diehard fans are expecting from the Northern Irish rockers. The experimentation naturally comes with moments of brilliance, such as the surprising emotional ballad that's Invincible, but even that's marred by questionable vocal layering that makes the track sound artificial and lacking in emotional intensity. More importantly, the things that make Two Door Cinema great are all muted or lost in this album. Alex Trimble steps way too far out of his comfort zone and rarely displays the buttery smooth vocals that propelled them to the top. Even when he does, he's often drowned out and lost in the mix under obnoxiously insisting synths that are neither subtle nor meaningful. The expressive guitar riffs that define their music are reduced to furiously chomping at the bit during awkward solos. Most importantly, the record is missing Two Door's sense of infectious enthusiasm and fun that defined everything they did prior. Despite all of these flaws, there are still individually good tracks such as Bad Decisions, Fever, Good Morning, and well, half of Je Viens de là. But one gets a sense that there's way too much subpar material for an album that's just 10 tracks long. I'm giving this one 2.5 stars out of 5. That's all from me on Spare to Skip this week. Back to you guys.